maybe you can talk a little bit about the HR specific difference. Like, what impact did it have on your employees and the HR professional in the organization? Besides just the fact they had to do less administration, that's always good. But maybe a little bit more about how they felt about being more strategic. I know you're still early in the stage, but is that something you can talk a little bit about?
Yeah, so that was, like I said in the beginning, one of our major goals because all of these really transactional questions were going to our HR business partner community. It was keeping them busy with busy work as opposed to really allowing them the time to work on those strategic initiatives that they should be working on to really support the business and add value. So we've definitely a few of the things that we did. So we focused a lot on the change management of it. We really looked at, how these roles would be affected long term, how their different responsibilities would be affected, what potential apprehension they may have. Like, of course, we have certain part of our HR population that likes answering those day-to-day questions, that likes that interaction, and maybe felt a little threatened by that, and or was worried that they were going to lose the Danone touch, that really like personal touch. And what I'm trying to show them is that we can do all of that through a very easy user platform that has some friendly people at the back end, there to support it and help support that question as they go forward. So really the experience before Dovetail, we had so many different systems. HR professionals really had a hard time like finding the book of record, the real source of truth. Very often they were like, is this the latest version or is this the latest version?
Yeah.
And it was a really difficult experience. I think you touched on it earlier that we were seeing a high level of employee turnover in that HR space because they didn't feel like they were adding strategic value. They felt like all they were doing was this non-value added work. And honestly, I can go to another company and get the same level of job and have an easier role of it. And so I think that was something that we really wanted to address. So I think in addition to trying to take all of the employee questions off of their plate, and only escalate a small subset to them that actually they need to be involved in. They don't need to be involved in a question about how do I update my direct deposit or what's my group number. But those were kinds of questions that were going to them because we didn't have another platform to be able to answer that. So what our new vision is to really empower our employees. That'll hopefully really align with our new hybrid ways of working and support our employees that are in all of our different locations. And really, we're also not just the employee questions, but we're looking at our processes across the board and how can we harmonize them? How can we leverage our Dovetail functionality to help us to improve those ways of working as well, and kind of take even more of that administrative burden off of the other professionals in HR.